Welcome to your weekly market intelligence update for the polymer industry. Think of this as your financial weather report for the PET market. Today, we're unpacking the Polymer Bazaar weekly PET market report and future trends for the fourth week of August 2026. Let's get right into it. So price, prediction, and profit. That's the core philosophy over at Polymer Bazaar. And honestly, the absolute best way to empower your purchasing decisions right now is through their dedicated WhatsApp chatbot. It literally delivers crucial market intelligence straight to your phone. It's an absolute game changer, and I'll show you exactly how to get it running in just a second. But first, here's our quick roadmap for today. We're covering 1. Instant market data access, 2. Global PET market trends, 3. Indian PET market updates, and 4. Expert buying recommendations. Okay, Section 1. Instant market data access. Market intelligence at your fingertips. Getting real-time data is incredibly frictionless. Step 1. Just save the number +91 93746 to your contacts. Step 2. Shoot them a WhatsApp message with just the word PET. And step 3, you get your updates in under 5 seconds. You instantly get 24/7 access to real-time prices, news, revisions, and official price lists. It's a massive time saver. Moving on to Section 2, Global PET Market Trends, the macro view. Now, when we pull back and look at the international landscape for this fourth week of August 2026, there is one undeniable theme hitting everyone: sluggish demand. It's actually a pretty frustrating paradox right now in Western markets. Look at the US. Demand is sluggish, but import offers have actually increased, putting the current price at $1,565 per metric ton. Wild, right? Over in Europe, buying just hasn't picked up at all. But because feedstock costs are rising, the price still bumped up €9 to $1,220 per metric ton. And we're seeing the exact same story in Turkey. Sluggish trade, but rising production costs have pushed prices up $9 to $1,320 per metric ton. The big takeaway here? Prices and production costs are stubbornly climbing, even though the demand simply isn't there to back it up. Let's pivot over to Asia and check on China. Well, the dynamic on the demand side is remarkably similar. Demand remains weak. Chinese converters are feeling super uncertain about their future business prospects right now. And because of that uncertainty, they're playing it very defensively, buying raw materials strictly on a need basis. Currently, the spot price is sitting at RMB 8,000 per metric ton. Absolutely nobody is eager to build inventory in this kind of climate. All right, Section 3, Indian PET market updates, the micro view. Let's bring it closer to home. Zooming in on India, we need to see how these global headwinds are hitting foreign offers and local pricing. I want to highlight this specific number, $1,190 per metric ton. That's the latest foreign offer we're hearing for new PT bottle grade, specifically the .80 IV grade, at CIF India. This is for shipments expected in September 2026, and it gives us a really solid baseline for what imported material will cost before customs even kick in. And speaking of customs, let's look at how this impacts our importing costs. The revised customs exchange rates went into effect on August 21st, 2026, and yep, we saw an upward revision. The import rate is now set at Rs 96.50 per US dollar, while the export rate is Rs 94.80. This upward revision in the USD to INR rate is crucial because it directly inflates the landed cost of those foreign imports, making that $1,190 per metric ton just a bit more expensive to actually bring into the country. So, with weak global demand, rising production costs abroad, and a revised exchange rate, what are domestic producers doing? Well, local producer pricing remains completely unchanged this week. Zero new price announcements. Local producers are basically holding their ground, likely just waiting to see which way the wind blows with domestic demand before they make any sudden moves. Which brings us to Section 4, Expert Buying Recommendations, the actionable climax. We've looked at the macro global data and the micro local updates, so let's translate all of this into a concrete purchasing strategy for your operations. To do that, we have to look at what traders are actually doing on the ground. Current buying trends in India reflect a very sluggish retail market. Converters are actively avoiding raw material stockpiling. Why? Because the movement of finished goods is just dragging. I mean, if the final product isn't selling fast, it makes zero sense to tie up your cash in raw materials. Everyone is taking a highly cautious, immediate need-only approach right now. And that leads us straight to Polymer Bazaar's decisive recommendation. Quote, If demand remains sluggish, local producers may consider revising their ex-works prices downward,
Therefore, we suggest purchasing only for regular, immediate requirements." End quote. This is a massive if-then scenario for you to keep in mind. Local prices haven't dropped yet, but if this retail sluggishness keeps up, producers might literally be forced to lower their ex-works prices just to stimulate buying. Your best move to protect your margins right now? Play it safe and absolutely avoid over-purchasing.
So I want to wrap up this explainer with a final, slightly provocative question for you to think about. Is your factory currently tying up crucial capital by overstocking raw materials in a sluggish market? Remember, cash flow is everything in uncertain times. Keep your ear to the ground, avoid unnecessary stockpiling, and hey, make sure you use that Polymer Bazaar chatbot to stay instantly updated the second local prices do start to shift. Thanks so much for joining me, and stay focused out there.